Building massive, powerful forearms isn't just about looking impressive, it's about function. Strong forearms improve grip strength, enhance performance in virtually every upper body lift, and even help with everyday tasks like opening jars or carrying heavy bags. If you've been struggling to get your forearms to grow, you don't need a fancy gym setup. All you need is a pair of dumbbells, dedication, and a smart plan. Here's a detailed guide to 8 of the most effective dumbbell-only exercises that will take your forearm strength and size to a whole new level. Exercise 1, dumbbell wrist rotation. The first exercise that should be on every forearm builder's radar is the dumbbell wrist rotation. This movement is highly effective for targeting the brachioradialis, one of the most crucial muscles for forearm power. The brachioradialis runs along the top of your forearm, and it plays a central role in both wrist stability and overall grip strength. To perform this exercise correctly, start by holding a dumbbell in one hand with your arm bent at a 90-degree angle at the elbow, keeping the upper arm tight to your side. Rotate your wrist slowly, moving the dumbbell in a controlled circular or twisting motion. The key here is control. Rushing through the movement will reduce muscle activation and increase your risk of injury. Adding this exercise consistently to your routine does more than just bulk up your forearms. Over time, you'll notice improved wrist stability, enhanced functional strength, and a boost in performance across other lifts like curls, rows, or even deadlifts. People often overlook wrist rotation, but it's a foundational exercise that strengthens smaller muscles that stabilize your forearms and hands, making all other lifts safer and more effective. Exercise 2, dumbbell reverse curl. Next up is the dumbbell reverse curl. While a standard bicep curl primarily targets the biceps, the reverse curl flips your grip so that your palms face down, which shifts the emphasis to your brachioradialis and wrist extensors. This movement not only adds thickness to your upper forearm, but also improves overall arm strength. To do it, hold a dumbbell in each hand with your palms facing down. Keep your elbows tucked at your sides and curl the weights upward while focusing on squeezing your forearms. Lower the weights in a controlled manner. Avoid swinging your arms. The tension should remain in the forearm muscles throughout the motion. One of the reasons reverse curls are so effective is that they train the muscles responsible for grip strength, while also contributing to the visual appearance of thick, defined forearms. Incorporating them into your weekly regimen will not only improve your aesthetics, but also your ability to hold heavy weights during deadlifts, pull-ups, or farmer's carries. Exercise 3, dumbbell radial deviation. Radial deviation is a slightly lesser known movement, but incredibly powerful for targeting the wrist extensors, particularly the extensor carpi radialis, which helps move your wrist toward the thumb side. Strengthening these smaller muscles can drastically improve grip, wrist control, and overall forearm balance. To perform a radial deviation, hold a dumbbell in one hand with your thumb pointing upward. Rest your forearm on a flat surface, like a bench or your thigh, and slowly lift your wrist toward your thumb side before returning to the center. Focus on precision rather than heavy weights. The small muscles involved respond better to controlled tension. Over time, radial deviations improve your ability to stabilize your wrist under load. This is crucial for exercises like bench presses, overhead presses, and even complex movements like snatches or cleans in Olympic-style lifting. People who consistently practice radial deviation often notice a marked increase in grip power and a more symmetrical, well-defined forearm. Exercise 4, dumbbell ulnar deviation. Complementing radial deviation is the ulnar deviation, which targets the flexor carpi ulnaris, a key muscle responsible for tilting the wrist toward the pinky side. Neglecting this muscle can lead to imbalances, wrist weakness, and even injury over time. To execute an ulnar deviation, hold a dumbbell in one hand with your forearm supported on a flat surface. Slowly tilt your wrist toward your pinky, keeping the motion controlled, and then return to the neutral position. As with radial deviation, the focus is on precision rather than weight. Regular practice of ulnar deviation enhances wrist mobility, improves grip stability, and strengthens the smaller muscles that often go underworked in typical gym routines. Over time, you'll notice that your grip feels more solid, your wrists move with more confidence, and your forearms appear fuller and more balanced. This movement is especially beneficial for athletes, rock climbers, and anyone who frequently engages in pulling or twisting motions. Exercise 5, behind the back wrist curl. Now we move into the behind the back wrist curl, an exercise that might look unusual but is extremely effective for hitting the forearm flexors in a unique way. Holding the dumbbells behind your back shifts the angle of the wrist curl, forcing the forearms to work harder and engage muscles often neglected in standard wrist curls. To perform this exercise, stand or sit upright. Hold a dumbbell in each hand and let your arms hang behind your back. Curl your wrists upward slowly, then lower them in a controlled motion. The backward angle adds intensity to the movement and maximizes forearm activation. People who consistently incorporate behind the back wrist curls into their routines notice thicker forearms, improved grip strength, and greater wrist control. The movement also supports other lifts, from bicep curls to pull-ups, by improving the strength and stability of the flexor muscles, making heavy lifting more manageable and safer. Exercise 6, standard wrist curl. No forearm routine is complete without the classic wrist curl. This exercise directly targets the forearm flexors, which control the movement of your fingers and wrist. The beauty of wrist curls lies in their simplicity and effectiveness. Sit on a bench or chair and rest your forearms on your thighs, holding a dumbbell in each hand with palms facing upward. Allow the dumbbells to roll slightly toward your fingers, then curl your wrists upward as high as possible before lowering them back down. The key is to maintain a slow, controlled motion for maximum tension. Wrist curls strengthen the muscles responsible for gripping, pinching, and holding objects, which translates into better performance in virtually every exercise that requires your hands. Over time, this movement builds not only size, but also functional strength, enhancing your ability to handle heavier weights, improve your pull-up count, and tackle daily activities that require dexterity and grip. Exercise 7, reverse incline wrist curl. While standard wrist curls focus on the flexors, reverse incline wrist curls target the forearm extensors on the top of the forearm. Balanced development of flexors and extensors is crucial for avoiding injury and creating strong, resilient forearms. To perform this exercise, lie back on an incline bench, holding dumbbells with palms facing downward. Let your wrists hang over the edge of the bench and slowly curl the dumbbells upward by extending your wrists, then lower them back down with control. The incline adds tension and range of motion, making the muscles work harder than a standard curl. Reverse incline wrist curls improve grip strength, enhance wrist stability, and contribute to the overall aesthetics of the forearm. Lifters who regularly perform this exercise notice better control in heavy lifts, fewer wrist issues, and a more complete, balanced forearm appearance. Exercise 8, finger grip hanging and pulse. Finally, the finger grip hanging and pulse is one of the most challenging exercises on this list, targeting both the forearm and finger flexors. Unlike traditional curls, this movement builds endurance, control, and raw grip strength by forcing your fingers and forearms to support your body weight. To perform this exercise, Hang from a bar or pull-up station using only your fingers. Once hanging securely, perform small pulsing movements by slightly raising and lowering your body using just your fingers. Start with short durations and gradually increase the intensity as your grip strength improves. This exercise not only strengthens the fingers and forearms, but also translates directly into functional strength for climbing, heavy lifting, and sports requiring a strong grip. Over time, regular finger grip training can dramatically enhance your performance in pulling exercises, increase the weight you can lift, and improve endurance for long duration tasks. Strong hands and forearms also make everyday tasks like carrying groceries, opening jars, and lifting boxes much easier. Building strong, muscular forearms requires a combination of volume, control, and consistency. These 8 exercises collectively target every major forearm muscle: the brachioradialis, flexor carpi ulnaris, extensor carpi radialis, and finger flexors. By incorporating these movements into your routine, you ensure balanced development that not only looks impressive, but functions in real-world strength scenarios. A sample weekly forearm routine might look like this. Monday, dumbbell wrist rotation, reverse curl, radial deviation. Wednesday, ulnar deviation, behind the back wrist curl, standard wrist curl. Friday, reverse incline wrist curl, finger grip hanging, and pulse. Start with lighter weights to master the form, then gradually increase the load as your wrists and forearms adapt. Remember, forearm muscles are small and can recover quickly, but they also respond best to controlled, precise movements. Avoid heavy swinging, jerking motions, or rushing through reps. Quality over quantity is key. In addition to the exercises themselves, consider your grip throughout the day. Carrying heavy grocery bags, doing pull-ups, or even practicing farmer's carries with dumbbells all supplement these exercises and accelerate forearm development. Nutrition, sleep, and overall arm training also play a role. Strong forearms are built not only through targeted exercises, but through a complete approach to muscle growth. With consistent effort, you can transform your forearms into powerful, functional tools of strength. Thick, defined forearms won't just look impressive, they'll improve your performance across the board, from lifting heavier weights to dominating any task that requires grip strength. Start today, follow this plan, and watch your forearm strength and size skyrocket.